I don't know why I'm finally turning this on. The room is quiet. It's been quiet for a long time now. My name is Daniel. I'm 87 years old. I've outlived most of the people who knew the younger version of me, so there isn't much risk in saying this out loud anymore.
There's a letter I never sent. It's been sitting with me longer than most memories have. I can still see the paper. Not the words exactly, but the way I folded it, careful, like the crease mattered. I was younger then, old enough to know better, young enough to believe time would soften things on its own. I told myself I'd wait until I found the right tone, until I wasn't angry, until I wasn't tired, until the timing felt less dangerous. Life kept moving while I waited. It does that, quietly, no announcements. I had a job, responsibilities, a house that needed repairs, people who expected me to show up the same way every day. I did all of that well enough that no one noticed what I wasn't avoiding. The letter was for someone I loved, someone I didn't know how to speak to anymore without reopening something we'd both carefully stepped around. We shared a few ordinary moments after that. Holidays, short phone calls, polite laughter, the kind that fills space but doesn't touch anything important. I remember one afternoon clearly. I was standing in a parking lot, holding my keys, thinking about that letter. It crossed my mind that this might be the last easy chance. I told myself it could wait one more week, just one. A week turned into years. When the call finally came, it wasn't a conversation. It was information. A voice explaining what had already happened. I thanked them. I hung up. I sat down. The letter stayed where it was. For a long time after that, I convinced myself it didn't matter anymore. That whatever needed saying had expired along with the moment. People say things like that because it helps them sleep. But nights are long when you're old. Long enough for thoughts to stop being polite. I've replayed scenes that can't be changed. Small ones. Ordinary ones. The kind you don't realize are permanent until they are. A pause, a swallowed sentence, a hand that stayed at my side. I've tried rewriting the letter in my head. Every version sounds truer than the silence I chose. None of them reach anyone now. Waiting felt safe at the time. It felt responsible. It felt like control. What it really was, I didn't have words for then. The cost didn't show up all at once. It arrived slowly, disguised as routine. It settled into my voice, my posture, the way I stopped expecting certain things from the world. Now, at this age, people speak gently to me, as if volume or softness could protect me from memory. They don't know that memory is the loudest thing left. The letter isn't dramatic. It never was. No grand confessions. Just a few honest lines written by someone who didn't yet understand how final waiting can be. I don't keep it to punish myself. I keep it because it tells the truth about who I was in that moment. I don't know what I'm hoping for by saying this out loud. Maybe nothing. Maybe just to let it exist somewhere other than my head. If this story stays with you for a while, that's enough. You don't have to say anything. You can just sit with it, the way I finally am.